Hey everyone, and welcome to my console speedrun strategy discussion for Fallout 4. Today we're doing the final part of the Minuteman quest. We're gonna go to Greentechs Genetics, and we're gonna initiate a sequence break that is basically the reason why we're gonna end the game so quickly. Actually, I'm doing this video for the third time because twice I had audio issues and one time I had really bad lag issues. I don't know what happened there, so I hope this one will be fine. Yes, the last video stopped with me getting the Pip-Boy. Now we start this video after I killed the Deathclaw and the Raiders. Now, there isn't really much point to making a video about killing the Deathclaw and the Raiders and whatever, because the Raiders spawn randomly and the Deathclaw fight is every time the same. So all you gotta know is we killed the Deathclaw, and our next objective is to talk to Preston inside. As for the dialogue with Preston, you wanna mash X or A through all of it, and you also have to talk to Mama Murphy, because she can, if you don't do her dialogue, it actually can block you from doing the setup for the teleport glitch. Before we talk to Preston, I would advise you to do some key bindings. You want to bind the minigun, and you want to bind the jet we crafted earlier. Now just mash X or A. Depending on how many dialogue lines you can skip, it takes you between 30 and 45 seconds to do this dialogue.
I'm in. Please tell me. I knew it. Please. Please, Mama Murphy. Right.
Nice.
Look, kid, I'm tired now.
Nice. That's it. Okay. Next up is the setup for the teleport. I made a whole video about it, so if you have a problem following me here, you can check out the video. I will link it in the description. In a nutshell, you want to go into cover here, so your weapon points down. You want to aim down sight to peek out of cover. Hold the view change button, which is the touchpad on PS4, and I bet it's the select button on Xbox One. Let go of aiming down sight, and now you're in third person. You're gonna exit to the Commonwealth again. And gonna explain the rest when I'm set up. I like to jump on this, well, I guess it's a car. You don't have to do that. I like to do it. I like to aim over here. I'm a superstitious person, so I like to do everything the same all the time. Now, I'm gonna hit jet. I'm gonna jump, and mid-jump I'm gonna put out my Pip-Boy. And that's what I'm gonna do now. Now I'm just gonna keep meshing circle or B for Pip-Boy. You don't have to do that. You can actually just hit the button for the Pip-Boy every time the loading icon in the lower right corner disappears. But this is basically what gives us a new boost every time, and this is what propels us forward. Now, in the video I made about it, I told you that you should just stop at Lexington, because the game has a tendency to crash when you teleport too far. I don't do that anymore. I try to teleport as far as possible, but it's up to you. In the last recording I made of this, I actually got super lucky and I got almost up to the Greentechs Genetics, which I never had happen. So let's see how lucky I can get this time. I really hope the way isn't too far, because the way from Lexington to Greentechs Genetics is it's a total bitch, because you have a chance of spawning raiders. Not good, not bad. It's really not that good, but it's also not that bad. Anyway, the way from Lexington to Greentechs Genetics is a huge bitch, because there are spots where raiders can spawn, and these raiders will have mini nukes. And needless to say, they can fuck you up pretty bad. So wherever you land, just make your way through the wasteland and go to Greentechs Genetics. Actually never had this particular spot, so I'm just guessing where I have to go. But it's a huge ass building, you won't have problems finding it. Actually try to conserve my stamina here a bit, because we need to sprint past some enemies later. Now, for the next part. Now you're here at Greentechs. Oh, my fusion core is getting low. Well, it doesn't matter. Or does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. We're gonna do a sequence break. Right now we're on When Freedom Calls, or on Jewel of the Commonwealth. But we want to jump straight to the final mission in the Minuteman quest line. And to do that, we're gonna start off where we arrive at Greentechs. Basically, you just have to follow my way. And then we're gonna do a wall clip. I'm gonna take this as an opportunity to also explain wall clips. It's a real easy way. The only thing I have to guess is where the pipe is. We're searching for a sewage pipe. I think it's down here. And that was a pretty good guess. Just make your way in here and hit the loading zone. Okay, once you're in here, you want to jump a little bit, because in your power armor you do have the tendency to get stuck for a second or so. It's not a huge deal, but it can get annoying. Okay. Wall clipping. There are several methods of wall clipping. We're only doing the easiest one, because why should we bother with a hard one? How do we clip walls? You're gonna face the wall inside your power armor. You're gonna go in third person, you will exit the power armor, and you wanna go straight back in. That means while the animation to exit the power armor is going on, you wanna mash X or A to get back in. As you can see, our crosshair is a little bit to the right, so you wanna aim to your top left with your right analog stick. If you imagine this analog stick to be a clock, you want to point it towards between 10 and 11. This brings me to my next point. Where are we going to clip? I personally like to clip here, because it kind of looks like a door and is easily recognizable. Other runners like to clip here. That's also fine, it's just a preference thing. When you get back in your power armor, you can see that you're going to clip by seeing that your character model clips into the power armor model, and you want to hold forward. Now, there is a chance that you're going too far forward and you're going to fall down into another area, and in that area you don't want to be in. So that's why I would assume, I would advise you to make a quick save here. And let's just do this. Get out, hold top left on your analog stick, spam X, get in, and I missed it. You will see when I get it. Ah, and that's why I missed it, because I forgot to go in third person. That's just my bad. Hold top left and right stick, get right back in, and you see the character model clips into the power armor. Hold slightly forward for a bit. Get through the wall. Ah, nice. Now, get back into first person, because it's a bit easier in first person. The loading trigger for the mission is around this pipe here. And after this pipe, you wanna make another quick save, because you wanna jump into the void, and the void exit point will put you back behind that wall, and you can just exit this whole area. Now, why did I make a quick save again? Well, because there are also areas where you fall down and get into the same area I warned you about earlier, so be careful. Basically, I just jump, get the quest, thank you, and then just jump void. and we're gonna come out in this sewage pipe. We actually need to exit, and that's the whole sequence break. We now have the final mission of the Minuteman quest line in our quest log. We're gonna do a little more from the normal game right now, but since we're already here, it doesn't hurt to get this quest now. The sequence break actually isn't finished yet, because we still need to get into possession of a certain holotape, which we will pickpocket later from Sturgis, but that's only in about 45 to 50 minutes in runtime. As soon as this loading screen ends, you want to open up your Pip-Boy, and you want to fast travel back to Greentechs. And at Greentechs, I personally like to get the fusion core of my power armor to make sure it doesn't get stolen. But that's up to you if you want to go the risk. It's only about a second you lose, so why not do it? So again, just leave your power armor there and do the rest of the run. And if you need this power armor, you can fast travel back to Greentechs and get it. We will actually need this power armor later at Kellogg, but I think that's only in 2 or 3 episodes. Take the fusion core, and that's it. That's it for this episode. We just made a huge sequence break. We teleported far enough. We got to Greentechs Genetics. If you have any questions about anything you just saw here, leave them in the comment section, and I will try to come back to you as soon as possible. Next up in the next episode will be Good Neighbor and Rescuing Nick Valentine. So be sure to look forward to that. And thanks everyone